Hello and welcome to another edition of the Sprint Lane. This week brought to you by Medowie Lodge, who this breeding season are standing Follow the Stars and My High Expectations, of course supported by Harness Racing New South Wales and our Stallion Incentive Scheme. Well, I'm recording this week's episode from lockdown at home. Of course, the COVID protocols are in place. They're strict. They're strict for a reason. It is so important that they're adhered to. From a racing sense, please keep an eye on our website for all the updates. It'll keep you informed as to what the next move is as it comes to hand. Now, this week on the track, we had some amazing milestones reached from some very, very talented drivers.
Leader, still Birdie Mac, going back to the inside to try and cut it back. Was Ananias Underworked is still there. The leader narrowly is Birdie Mac. It's hanging on. Here's a fabulous 500 for Cam Hart.
Yes, 2 winners there for Cam to make it 500 career wins. Last night in Penrith, Jack Callaghan made it win number 200.
But it's walk a mile in my shoes in front. Here's win number 200 coming up for Jack Callaghan. And down to the line it beats Highview. Sadler, third's close.
Well done, lads, but they're a long way off 2 huge career achievements that have been logged. We had Bernie Hewitt up in Brisbane.
Make Mine Memphis in front, leads the way, trying hard, slick blaster, double or nothing, but it's a first over crush. Too good, Make Mine Memphis.
And Glenn McElhinney at Menangle on Saturday night, both making it 1,500 career wins.
Big finish coming up. Burnham Boy being joined by Double Encounter. Burnham Boy, Double Encounter, Ray's Choice Lead, Double Encounter, and Burnham Boy split it locked together.
Still at Menangle, Sean Grayling got the program off to a dominant start, landing the first 2 winners with Pump the Brakes and Huey Jr.
Getting a middle split as Huey Jr. starting to burst through. Still there, Xperia. Huey Jr. goes out after Arden's Ace. Arden's Ace, Huey Jr. Oh, maybe Huey Jr. and Austral.
We raced at Wagga on Friday night. The spoils largely shared around there. Jackson Painting did drive a race-to-race double.
Poking through, Good Time Junior. BK Swy, though, at the 50. Put the head in front. BK Swy.
At Newcastle, trainer Clayton Harmey and driver Michael Formosa both had winning doubles, including this one they combined for with Skyfall Benchmark.
I am because of you in front. Skyfall Benchmark now claims it. Skyfall Benchmark, the favourite races to the front. Skyfall Benchmark, a long neck.
We were back racing at Newcastle on Monday afternoon. Glenn Bull drove a winning double for trainer Greg Brown on the program there. And on a night where we had 7 different winning drivers at Young on Tuesday, Amy Day made it a double in the last.
Royal Hotshot, Napoli Knights through the centre. Hurricane Dude, Napoli Knights, Hurricane Dude. Hurricane Dude wins by a neck.
The Turnbulls had a good night out in Bathurst on Wednesday. Amanda bringing up a winning double with Old Luke in the 4th on the card. Maddie Rue bounced back from a race fall the night before to bring up a double with Burns Bay.
Joe's Redemption getting up outside Burns Bay. Along the inside, Tom the Curious. They go to the line. Burns Bay holds them off.
Of course, I mentioned Jack Callaghan at Penrith last night, but the program got off to a great start for Josh Gallagher. He drove the first 2 winners, and that was emulated by young Jack Brown, who drove a double, including a narrow win on the rank outsider in the 5th on the card, Mammals Magic.
Down the outside, Mammals Magic finishing on with DW. The leader, Smooth Style, letting down Mammals Magic. In the middle, fighting back DW, but Mammals Magic, there's a double to Jack Brown.
Now, as I mentioned earlier, keep an eye on the Harness Racing New South Wales website and social media for all those crucial COVID updates. While you're there, have a look for our new look back at the week that was the final quarter. You might even get a laugh out of that. And also our new one-on-one profile series, Pace Setters, episode 2 this week. It features the Queen of the Riverina, Ellen Bartley.
When I left uni, I actually went and studied a certificate in equine sports therapy. So pretty much massage therapy and sports therapy for horses, focusing mainly on muscles and recovery and rehab and that sort of stuff.
Okay. Are we doing enough work in that space? I mean, you know, I can't imagine there's a lot of people doing it, and so it'd be relatively niche. But how important do you think it is in the performance of a horse from a racing perspective?
It's very important. I mean, like, you wouldn't see a footballer go out and play a game of footy without having a massage or some sort of work done on themselves, and they are athletes, and you have to treat them like athletes, and it's incredibly important to just keep on top of it, because it could be the difference between, you know, a win and running second, like just little things like that.
Now, one thing that has been released today is a snapshot of the past 12 months in harness racing in New South Wales. It's a month-by-month look back at all the achievements and the strides that have been made in our sport over the past year in what we'd all agree has been a very, very challenging year for every sporting code globally. I encourage you to keep an eye out for that. Also on the horizon next week, Harness Racing New South Wales will be making a decision with regards to the Breeders' Challenge in respect particularly for the metropolitan region. Please stay safe, follow all those health protocols, stay positive, look after each other, and I'll catch you next week on the Sprint Lane.